Welcome to the Phil Taylor Jones Show. We're glad to have you with us as always. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been sort of brewing in the news a couple of days, and it has to do with Mr. Trump and what he said, or what he is saying, and what he has said about accepting Muslims slash Islamic persons into the country. I'm your host, Phil Taylor Jones, and we're going to be jumping into that subject right now. You know, it seems to never go away. There's a new twist to it each and every day. With the happenings in San Bernardino a few days ago, the terrible tragedy there, I basically am at a loss to understand the mentality of the citizens in this country. Now, let's look at Mr. Donald J. Trump. The guy has always had these feelings about immigration, and frankly, I agree with it. That's what drew me to him in the first place. He then since went into some weird trajectories in other subjects and issues, which made me go the other way. But as far as his stance on immigration, I am right there with the Donald. If we had someone like him in the office of president years ago, we would probably still have the Twin Towers standing beautifully as they used to. If we had someone like him in office, we probably would have those victims of the Boston Marathon bombings still with us. We would definitely have those victims of San Bernardino with us. I don't understand why there's this mad dash, this mad rush to accept potential killers, murderers, life takers, whichever euphemism you wish to use, into our country. It just boggles my mind that we've got such bleeding heart liberal, ludicrous liberal lunatics out there beating the tom-toms to bring these people in. I have to ask the question, why? Why do we need them here? What purpose do they serve? What good are they to be here? Everything basically that is equated with Muslim slash Islamic whatever is usually a tragic one. Now, did I say that all Muslim slash Islamic people are tragic? No, I didn't say that. They may be weird with their Sharia law and the way they want to go around boinking little kids and goats and animals, and they're weird. They're just the regular ones. But then you add this extremist part into it, and that just throws it. It makes it go off the chain. So why risk it? We have more than enough of them over here already, and as I alluded to on another show, we're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. So why intensify that effect? Leave these people where they are. I mean, why do we need them here? I was looking at telly last night, and they were talking about this woman that was one of the terrorists, one of the shooters in San Bernardino. They said this woman came over here squeaky clean, not a spot or a blemish or a speck of dust anywhere on her record. And with this vetting system that we have, she walks right through. The woman had been involved in Islamic extremist activity, or at least, getting her mind involved in it, way before she met this creep that she met and then subsequently married. That can't show up in the vetting system. That's in their minds. So how many more would you let across the border with that crap in their minds to then get in our country and finally cut loose? It's too much of a gamble. So Mr. Trump is right. We should curtail all visas, visitations, immigrations, whatever. Excuse me, I can't even talk this morning. I'm so mad about this, folks. Whatever, until we get this vetting system, which is obviously faulty. Maybe you need to get out of the vet and get yourself a Mercedes, because that vet broke down. But we need to know who's coming in here. As before, I've said it so many times, I look at the United States as I look at my home. I see people out in the streets beating the natural hell out of somebody. And then they may show up at my door and knock on it. Why would I let that person in my house to go to sleep at night with me and my brother in here, knowing that I just saw him beating the hell out of somebody out in the street? Knowing, as they say, is half the battle. Again, I say, are all of these Islamic / Muslim, or are all of these Muslim / Islamic, or whatever it is, people, dangerous? To maybe the greater degree, possibly not. But there are a lot of them out there that are. And since they don't wear signs saying, I'm a Muzzy Islamic extremist and I will kill you, we don't know who the hell we're letting in the country. So yes, Mr. Trump is dead nuts accurate in his saying. And anybody, except for ludicrous liberal lunatics, that would go against what the guy is saying is possibly, got a few bats rolling around up there themselves. I mean, I just don't get this. I really don't. If somebody out there can make me understand this, I would greatly appreciate it, because how much evidence do you need? Suppose you're a police officer. That's what your job, to gain all the evidence so that you can build a case and present to the DA so that they can prosecute. Okay, so we've gotten all this evidence. Bam, no Twin Towers. Who did it? I think it was Islamic, Muslim extremists. Bam. You can't even run down the streets in Boston on the marathon without somebody blowing your butt to kingdom come. And who was that? Was it the Canadian people? Was it people from South America? No, I think we can lay that one on the doorstep of the Muzzy extremists as well. And this latest thing in San Bernardino, who did that? Was it Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble? No. Muzzy Islamic extremist right there. What happened over in Paris? Was it the French Guard that did that? No. You know who did it. So why are we turning a blind eye to what we know is truth? We got enough Muslims over here, whether they're Islamic extremists, I don't know. Whether they're just waiting for the tweet or the text message or the phone call or the email to spring into action, I don't know. But I know they're here. Like I said, having them in this country, we're constantly on pins and needles waiting for the other shoe to drop. When or where, we don't know. Christmas is coming up. There are large gatherings. There are people, at malls. There are other big gatherings, like the one that they did out there in San Bernardino. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water here, because, man, this is really getting up my nose. Excuse me. Like the one people in San Bernardino, they were at a holiday type festivity, and these bastards went in there and blew them away. So we've got more than enough of them in the country. So, anybody thinking along the lines of Donald Trump, I would agree with them. We don't need any more foreigners over here. Let these foreigners stay in their own country. We've got almost 20 million or so of our own people, including veterans, our service people who fought for this country, who fought for our right to be safe, who fought for the Constitution and what it stands for. They're out on the streets, and you're chomping at the bit about what Donald Trump says about some muzzies that should be over there in Muzzy Land. It's lunacy. It's idiocy. And to think that it's coming from our own American citizens. Where is your patriotism? Where is your good sense? Where is your good common judgment? These people don't need to be here. And even more so if they're going to hurt us or kill us. Do you want to die? Just go jump out the window of a 12-story building. You know, run your car off a bluff somewhere into the ocean if you want to die that badly. But don't take the rest of us down with you, you bleeding heart liberal lunatics. Let them stay in their own countries. Let countries that are surrounding the places where they're fleeing from, let them take them. They would be comfortable there. These people don't like Americans. Death to Americans. Praise be to Allah. We kill Americans. Americans on fire today. That's what you want to come in the country. That's what you're against Donald Trump for. Ted Cruz or anybody that speaks against potential murderers coming in this country. Well, hey, if you want to throw Phil Taylor Jones on the meat pile, go right ahead, because I am totally behind Donald Trump on this one. And anybody who is for keeping these potentially deadly people out of our country, they're smart. We're stupid. They're sending these people over here to be vetted with squeaky clean profiles. Squeaky clean. So that when they go through the process, they're as clean as a house done with Mr. Clean, shall we say. But you don't know what's in their minds. So, America, you guys better wake up. Donald Trump is right on this one. You need to get your stuff together. Your vetting system is sick. It's stupid. Just like you are for allowing these people to come into this country and shoot up innocent people, injure innocent people. As I said, the people of San Bernardino are supposed to be preparing for Christmas. But now they're laying their dead to rest. And oh bastard, like I said, the blood's on your hand. You can't wash it off, you sick individual. It's your fault. Yours, John Skerry's, and any of those political muckety-mucks that back your sadistic plan to let these people in. And just to think, this Loretta Lynch, I think is her name, she's the Attorney General. I will prosecute anyone who speaks against Muslims. Well, to you too, Loretta. How about I give you the Bronx cheer? Somebody needs to prosecute you and your bosom buddy, oh bastard, and John Skerry for treason in this country. You should be gone, all of you, so far down in a prison cell that it would take 18 years for a speck of light to reach your dingy, dreary, criminal eyes. You are sick individuals, and you are the degradation of this nation. So it's time for the American citizens to wake up, stop drinking the damn Kool-Aid, and realize that the person that you allow to come in the country may be the one that allows your family to be crying and grieving over your casket because you got your head shot off by being such a bleeding heart and letting the bastard in the country. It's time to wake up. The world is a dangerous place. It's a beautiful place. It can be more beautiful, but it's dangerous. And we need to wake up to the fact that it's not time to be, oh, a goody-goody two-shoes person, oh, bleeding heart, oh, the violins and the roses. Look, if you want to play them some music and give them some roses, send them to Muzzy They don't have to come over here to accept it. And having said that, you look at the people over there in those surrounding countries around Syria and Iraq and Iran and all those places. If they're not willing to accept them, why should we? Angela Merkel, Times Person of the Year. The woman has screwed up her country so much so that it may never recover. She doesn't have the will of the people in her heart because there are so many opposers to what she's doing than there are supporters. But she doesn't care, just like old Bastard doesn't care, just like David Cameron doesn't care, just like Frank Holland doesn't care. Because if they did, they wouldn't allow the further murder of people by letting these murder mongrels into their country. Again, we don't need it here. We don't want it. So, hey, Donald, I'm right there with you on that one, pal, about this immigration thing. You keep beating the tom-toms on that one because you're dead right on this one. Dead right. And because you're dead right, hopefully we wouldn't be dead. But, that's another story. You got to do a lot of battle with these liberal lunatics like Slithery Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Bernie's all right, as a person, but when he jumps on the tom-toms right along with Slithery, talking about accepting 100,000 or more in here, then yeah, you're off the radar too, pal. All these political muckety mucks willing to do this. Just had to chime in on that this morning. Hope you and your families are doing well and you're getting your Christmas together. And as always, we appreciate your coming along with us on these little journeys. And we hope that you are happy, safe, and well. Take care and stay safe. And we'll see you right here next time, if I can get my thoughts together, on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Bye-bye, everybody.